Mega Lucario, known for its fighting and steel typing, is a force to be reckoned with within the Pokemon universe. But don't worry, we got you covered with the best counters, strategies, and tips to ensure your victory. So first, let's get to know Mega Lucario a little bit better. He is a fighting steel type Pokemon, which is actually a very good typing, and his weaknesses are going to be fire, fighting, and ground types. So he is going to be weak to essentially himself with that fighting typing, yet he is going to be resisting bug, poison, rock, dark, dragon, grass, ice, steel, and normal types. So it is a lot of resistances. That is actually a good thing to be resisting. So you only have to worry about those 3 weaknesses, which, since we do know this, we can actually plan our team accordingly to easily take him down. Yet his stat line is going to be a 310 attack, a 175 defense, and a 172 stamina. That's actually making him very powerful in the attacking category, yet somewhat of a glass cannon, being a little bit on the frail side. More of a mid-range though, not a complete glass cannon, but still a little bit glassy. The max CP you will be looking at is a 4,325, which is actually putting him among the top tier of Pokemon in the game. And when battling, you are going to want the 1,545 CP for the 100% in the normal weather, and in cloudy and snowy weather, you're going to want 1930 for that CP for that 100%. So keep those in mind when you are jumping into it. Remember, exploiting Mega Lucario's weaknesses to fire, fighting, and ground type moves will give you a significant advantage in this raid. So now that we know its weaknesses and stats, we can actually go ahead and start countering him. Some guys you can use is like Reshiram with Fire Fang Fusion Flare, Conkeldurr with Counter Dynamic Punch, Excadrill with Mud Slap Scorching Sands, Moltres with Fire Spin Overheat, and Machamp with Counter Dynamic Punch. These Pokemon will help you deal massive damage, yet if you do pair them with some Megas, it lets you do even more and have a possibility of either soloing or duoing him, because you can use things like Mega Charizard Y with Fire Spin Blast Burn, Mega Blaziken with Counter Blast Burn, which is actually going to be giving you more candy gains since they are sharing that fighting typing, and Primal Groudon with Mudshot Precipice Blades, which is actually the #1 counter for Mega Lucario. So keep that in mind if you do have a Primal Groudon or a Mega Blaziken to easily use to gain more candies and be able to do massive, massive damage paired with some of those other non-Mega options. Now that we know how to counter him, let's go ahead and start talking about how to maximize his usage for us, because his fast moves are going to be Counter, Bullet Punch, and Force Palm, which is actually going to be a new move in the fast types. It is going to be a fighting type, so we are going to be keeping that on the lookout. We do have charge moves, which is going to be Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, Close Combat, Power Up Punch, Thunder Punch, Flash Cannon, and Blaze Kick. He has a lot of charge moves that you can actually go with here, so if you want to change things around, you definitely can. But the best moveset for Mega Lucario is going to be the combination of Counter Aura Sphere at this time. It could change, but making it the #1 fighting type attacker in the game. So keep that in mind. That's actually going to be very helpful when you are getting him and adding him to your team. He's going to be the top fighting type Pokemon, and he is also a top 10 steel type Pokemon in the game. You can easily go with the Bullet Seed or the Flash Cannon combination to go ahead and give you a good steel type attacker as well, since he is also amazing in that category. So keep that in mind. One of the best fighting types in the game that you definitely want to get your hands on. Now, if you are into the Go Battle League, you can easily use Mega Lucario, which I highly recommend trying to use them, and Lucario as well, since they are going to be shining in the Master League, which could be changing up a little bit of their ranking with that Force Palm introduction. Yet, right now with Counter, Power Up Punch, and Shadow Ball is going to be the best moveset for him in the Master League with a 15-15-15 for that IV. And I highly see him being one of the top ranked fighting type Pokemon in the game for that Master League, and moving up a little bit more simply in his Mega form. Now we are going to need to talk about weather conditions, because they do play a big factor in this. So we can take advantage of clear and sunny weather, which is going to be boosting all fire and ground type Pokemon. It is going to be boosting that Primal Groudon even further. So keep that in mind when you are going here. That's going to be a great weather to try and duo or solo. We do have cloudy weather, which is going to be boosting all fighting type moves and giving us that boosted CP, as well as Snowy Weather, boosting all steel type Pokemon and types, so giving us that boosted CP again. So be on the lookout for that cloudy, snowy weather to go ahead and give us those boosted CPs, and a sunny and clear weather if you want to put out as much damage as you possibly can. Now, after defeating Mega Lucario, you do have to actually catch him. Keep in mind, though, that Mega Lucario doesn't get caught in its Mega form. It gets caught in its normal Lucario form. So you will be looking for that normal Lucario when you are going to catch it. It is not a legendary Pokemon, yet still has a hard catch rate than it typically would because it is a raid mon. Now, first thing you can use is easily a golden raspberry. A golden raspberry increases the catch chance of anything that you use it on. So highly recommend using one here because it will help you just go ahead and catch it, making it a lot easier, as well as stacking that with an excellent throw. So best of both worlds, you would want a golden raspberry paired with an excellent throw to give you the best chance possible. But we do know Pokemon Go, and you don't always catch legendaries on an excellent throw. I've caught, I don't know how many without even getting a nice throw. So just keep that in mind and be patient, since he does jump around a lot. And sometimes they like moving more in different encounters than they normally do. So you could have one encounter that doesn't move a lot and another encounter that he moves all the time and doesn't want to sit still. So just be patient. You're going to be able to get it just fine. But then lastly, in the catching screen, you do get to see if it's a shiny. Lucario goes from a nice blue to a yellow shiny. It's an amazing addition and a prize that you can easily use to add to your collection to show off your shinies to your friends, and then get that shiny mega, which everybody really wants to get to be able to show off. And there you have it. With these tips and strategies, you're well on your way to adding Mega Lucario to your collection so you can actually show them off to your friends and possibly get the shiny. But if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Pokemon content. And if you did enjoy this one, go ahead and click in this next one. You'll probably enjoy it too. So good luck out there and happy hunting.